The Maya civilization is one of the most extraordinary and advanced civilizations of the ancient world. Located in the region of Mesoamerica, covering present-day southeastern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and parts of western Honduras and El Salvador, this civilization reached its peak long before the arrival of Europeans. Below is an in-depth overview of the Maya civilization. 1. Division of historical periods. Maya history is generally divided into three main phases: Pre-Classic period, 2000 BCE, 250 CE, and early era, during which the Maya began settling as agricultural communities, cultivating maize, beans, and squash, and started building early cities and their first pyramids. Classic period, 250 CE, 900 CE, the golden age of Maya civilization. The population reached millions across more than 40 major cities such as Tikal, Palenque, and Copan. During this period, art, architecture, and scientific knowledge reached their highest level. Post-Classic period, 950 CE, 1539 CE, after the collapse of cities in the southern lowlands, the center of Maya civilization shifted to the Yucatan Peninsula, such as Chichen Itza. This period ended with the Spanish conquest. 2. Remarkable scientific achievements. The Maya are often regarded as the intellectuals of Mesoamerica due to their advanced knowledge in mathematics. They were one of the first civilizations in the world to independently develop the concept of zero. They used a base 20 vigesimal numerical system. Astronomy. Without telescopes, they accurately tracked planetary movements, especially Venus, predicted eclipses, and understood solar cycles. Calendars. They develop highly complex calendar systems, including the Tzolk'in, a 260-day ritual calendar, and the Harb, a 365-day solar calendar. 3. Social and political structure. Unlike the centralized Aztec Empire, Maya civilization consisted of independent city-states, similar to ancient Greece, that frequently waged war against one another while remaining connected through shared culture and trade.
The Maya lived in highly challenging environments, from dense tropical rainforests in the south to the dry lowlands of the north, the Yucatan Peninsula. To feed millions of people, they developed remarkably advanced and adaptive agricultural techniques. Below are the secrets of how the Maya survived and managed their food systems. 1. The Milpa system, the Three Sisters. The Maya were masters of polyculture farming. They planted three main crops together in a single field known as a milpa. These crops supported each other biologically. Maize corn grew tall and served as a natural pole for beans to climb. Beans fixed nitrogen in the soil, natural fertilizer, which maize desperately needed. Squash spread across the ground with broad leaves that retained soil moisture, reduced evaporation, and suppressed weed growth. 2. Shifting cultivation / burn. In densely forested regions, the Maya practiced / burn agriculture. Forests were cut, left to dry, and then burned. The resulting ash was rich in nutrients for the soil. However, the Maya understood that this method could degrade land if overused. Therefore, they employed rotational farming. After several years of cultivation, fields were left to rest for 10 to 15 years, allowing forests to regrow and soil fertility to recover. 3. Terraced farming in mountainous regions such as Guatemala and Belize. The Maya built agricultural terraces along hillsides. These terraces created flat farmland and, most importantly, prevented soil erosion during heavy rainfall. This system allowed them to maximize land that would otherwise be unsuitable for farming. 4. Raised fields in wetlands. In swampy areas, the Maya constructed what are known as raised fields. They dug canals and piled nutrient-rich soil and mud to create elevated artificial islands. The surrounding waterways provided constant water and supported fish populations, whose waste served as additional fertilizer for the crops. 5. Water management. Chalchans and cenotes. Because many Maya regions lacked permanent rivers, they became experts in water storage and management. Chalchans, man-made underground cisterns lined with plaster to make them watertight, used to collect rainwater. Cenotes, natural sinkholes filled with groundwater. In the dry Yucatan region, cenotes were vital sources of life and also held deep ritual significance. 6. Forest gardens. Rather than completely clearing forests, the Maya often transformed them into managed garden forests. They removed less useful trees and replaced them with fruit trees such as cacao, papaya, and avocado, and medicinal plants. Even today, forests surrounding Maya ruins often contain a much higher concentration of useful plant species than untouched forests. Luxury food. Cacao. The Maya were among the first civilizations to process cacao beans into chocolate. However, their chocolate was not sweet like modern versions. It was consumed as a bitter liquid mixed with chili and spices. Cacao was so valuable that its beans were used as currency. A brief look at Maya civilization. These practices reveal how the Maya built a sustainable and resilient civilization capable of thriving for centuries in some big of the most challenging environments of the ancient world. The Maya calendar system is extremely complex and often misunderstood. The famous 2012 phenomenon was actually rooted in the completion of a major cycle, not a prediction of the end of the world. The Maya did not use just one calendar. Instead, they operated 3 interlocking calendar systems, working together like gears in a mechanical clock. 1. Tezocan calendar. Ritual calendar. This was a sacred calendar consisting of 260 days. It was made up of 20-day names combined with the numbers 1 to 13. It was used to determine the timing of religious ceremonies, predict the future, and choose names for newborns. The number 260 may have been chosen because it roughly corresponds to the length of human pregnancy or the agricultural cycle of maize. 2. Hob calendar. Civil solar calendar. This calendar closely resembles our modern calendar because it is based on the Earth's orbit around the Sun. It consisted of 365 days. It was divided into 18 months, each containing 20 days. The remaining 5 days at the end of the year were called Wayab, which were considered unlucky or dangerous days when the boundary between the human world and the spirit world was believed to weaken. Calendar round. Every 52 years, the Tezocan and Hob calendars realign at the same starting point. For the Maya, this marked a major celebration and a renewal of destiny. 3. The long count calendar. This is the calendar that sparked global panic in 2012. It was used to record history over extremely long periods of time. Unlike our calendar, which repeats every 100 years, a century, or 1,000 years, a millennium, the Maya measured time using the following units: kin, 1 day wenal, 20 days tun, 360 days, K a ton, 7,200 days. Approximately 20 years, BAK ton, 144,000 days, approximately 394 years. What actually happened on December 21st, 2012? One major cycle of the long count calendar consists of 13 Berg tons, about 5,125 years. According to scholarly calculations, the cycle that began in 3114 BCE ended on December 21st, 2012, for the ancient Maya. This did not signify the end of the world, an apocalypse. Instead, it was like a cosmic odometer resetting to zero, a moment of celebration, marking the beginning of a new era, or the fifth creation. Western media later sensationalized this event with doomsday theories. Why were the Maya so obsessed with time? To the Maya, time was not a straight line, but a repeating cycle. They believed that by carefully recording the past, they could predict future events, since history tends to repeat itself in recognizable patterns.